All right, hey everyone, or whoever even watches this. Stuttering Stan here again. I'm doing something a little different, something I've wanted to do for a while. I'm gonna do as they call, a battle of the sexes. Today it won't just be me. I'm joined by an old friend of mine. Old friend, are you ready?
Oh.
And here she is. Come on, sit down, take a seat.
I feel like I'm doing an interview or something.
Nah, I said interview. Just two black people talking. All right, and of course, don't pay attention to her hair. But anyway,
It's all natural though.
mine is all good.
Look at
too.
them edges. Ooh.
Anyway,
It's wash day and condition day, so.
today we're going to be talking about an interesting topic: 6 myths about men, women, and relationships. Coming from Psychology Today, written by Gwendolyn Seidman, PhD. Ooh, smart lady. All right, the first myth or lie they like to tell people is that women are more romantic than men.
That's. Can we curse?
Yeah, I don't give a damn.
That's a fucking lie.
Really?
That's a complete lie. That's not correct.
So you are saying that it's a lie that women are more romantic than men.
No, women are not.
I agree with that, and so does Gwendolyn, because in her first line she writes, since most romantic novels and romantic comedies are pitched to female audiences, this may be hard to believe. Men actually have a more romantic outlook on love than women do. And she's correct. Because in my own personal experience, all the women I've dated, I'm pretty much the most romantic person I know.
That's very true.
So I don't know where this flock of women are that are supposed to be swooping men off their feet, but they must be migrating south every fucking year because nobody see this. So, because this shit is crazy. But a lot of the novels that I've read and mostly heard of are geared towards the affection and appeal for women. So that's true. Men overall don't really care to read a lot of that stuff. I do it, I guess, because I'm just an oddball.
I would like to add something to that. I guess I shouldn't speak for all women because at times I think more like a dude than I should. So I think that there are some women who are really romantic, but I know for me personally, I feel like men are more romantic.
Yeah, because isn't it, men chase and women play hard to get? Isn't that the consensus that is in society?
That's very true.
Yeah, I'm at that age where, look, if you running, I'm running the other way. And my knees are no longer that strong to keep up that race. Shit, if you want to jog, I could sprint.
Run, Forrest.
That's right. All right. And number 2, a mate's physical attractiveness is more important to men than it is to women.
I agree with that.
You want to expound on this one? I mean, because I already know what I'm going to say. It's just kind of interesting that people tell all these lies online, but anyway.
Not a lie. So I think...
Okay.
Let me put you on game real quick. Mm-hmm.
I got
the flow. I gotta read it again because I had a good topic.
A mate's physical attractiveness is more important to men than it is to women.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you why. So as a woman, my emotional side is coming out. As a woman, if you get us by getting our heart and our mind, you already got us. Like sold, boom. I don't know what it is about how a man thinks that like is a turn on. I guess intelligence is a turn on.
Right.
And then with their heart, to me, that is kind of more focused on how they treat their family, especially his mom and shit like that, sisters, even his dad as well. That's a part of the heart love part. If I see that, I'm already gonna know like we about to do some nasty ass shit. Like, cause if you got me there, then the body, baby, get prepared, because I'm about to give you everything, my heart, mind, and soul in one damn night, and it's going to keep going.
All right. I guess okay, from my own male perspective and the boys I grew up around talking to,
Not the boys.
Even some of the men I interact with through work and my days at college. Men overall, yeah, we are looking at. We exactly what she just so eloquently depicted in air shapes.
Cheek, right cheek, left cheek, right cheek.
And that too. We see the appearance before we give time to the character.
Low down, dirty dogs.
No, because hold on.
Woo woo, that's what y'all are. Dogs.
From a woman's perspective, who wants to walk up to a man who looks as though he hasn't showered, not even brushed his teeth, done nothing to his hair? No, let's just exclude the hair because that can be easy fix. I'm talking about the physical appearance. Your parents never catered nothing to braces. They never teach you to have be on top of your personal hygiene. They never taught you to. Yeah, they probably didn't teach you how to brush your teeth properly or care if you had cavities, and you just grew into this adult male who's just scruffy all the time. No woman would want to talk to his ass unless she looked just as or worse than he does. And I've seen it, especially in the countryside. I don't know what's in that water, but I'm just saying from my personal experience because I remember men, we all had those group of friends where we're growing up and we had that guy who always brushed his hair too much because he wanted waves. Another one who wanted braids, so he always made sure it was nice and tight for all the girls. The other who was just a jock. He didn't give a damn about how he looked in terms of appearance because he had the physique and the attitude, the confidence down. Or they were just me. Skinny, glasses, have to grow into the ears and head, and just the one that can make you laugh, but not the one you want to date. Shoot, sometimes you just have those type of pitfalls in life. But for us men, we look at the appearance first.
These fucking strands are getting on my nerve.
Hey, you're here.
I apologize for my split ends, guys.
We look at the physical features first because that's what our eyes see. If we're blind, we would have to go by. If you've seen the Ray Charles movie, how he was touching the girl hand and he realized, okay, she's a few extra pounds, he let go, right? We would have to go by touch. But because
that's sexy as fuck though.
Are gifted by sight, you would say, man, she looks good. Versus, I wonder if she has a good heart. Ain't nobody think with no goddamn good heart the first time you look at somebody. You thinking about, she got good jaws, all the other stuff. Or
basic ass brains.
It's not basic.
Yeah.
It's called look, men just look at the physical appearances before women, but I do believe that it can go either way depending on that person's current mindset. You could have already gotten through that 5 years prior, and the rest of your friends are just slow to catch up. It's all about that current mindset and your experiences.
I agree with that thoroughly.
So, to me, this can go either way on this myth. All right, myth number 3: women aren't interested in casual sex.
Why?
I agree. That's definite bullshit. If you're a sexual creature, you're interested in sex. Some of us just want to cut through all the bullshit. Others want to play around with the whole thing just to entice a person. Men overall, I think, don't care for the mind games. It's more of a, if you want it,
females are like that too. If we're strictly going in,
not enough of them.
Well, that's why I'm like, I can't really speak for every woman because I think differently.
And then age range has to play a difference because
I don't give a fuck. I'm looking at your son, but I'm also looking at the daddy. Like, he looking good right about now.
All right, now you're just creeping up the generation tree. But I think it has to do with age range because if you go from, say, between the ages of 18 to 25, you might have a slew of them that just say, look, I'm here to play around, and that's for men and women. Mm-hmm. And then when you want to hit your 30s, that's when you choose to decide. Or I give it more of a stretch, 35 to...
Yeah, that sounds about right.
35 to 40, that's when you want to say, okay, maybe I should settle down. I need to do this, get this right. Mm-hmm. To me, I've always been against working on a clock. But then again, I'm a guy, so men don't really have to worry about something called biological clock because they are fucking old ass people, old men that have been impregnated 20-year-olds. So for us, we're lucky to keep flourishing our tree branches as we go. Versus women, there is a cutoff date. So for them, I would understand where you guys may want to work within a certain time frame. I got 15 years to do this, this, and this before I have kids, or in the midst of me having kids. Man, we thinking, fuck, we look to knock them down as we go, and
they get the easy fucking part.
No, it's not really easy. It's just one of those
to stick something in.
Hold on. Sometimes women be wanting us to try to step up to the plate, swing by 15 times in one night. Who the fuck got all that arm strength? Not me. I ain't Barry Bonds. I'm not a Hank Aaron. I ain't none of them.
Well, some men want women to be down there.
Sometimes that first swing is the back, arm, leg, ligaments, tendons, ACL, everybody is all going to be going out. So sometimes the first swing is the hardest. And few of us are blessed enough to swing and we could wind up one more time.
Whatever lies. Women get tired too. Our jaws get tired. Real tired.
I think that's just an excuse, but that's just me.
Okay.
All right, let's keep this ball rolling. We're going to go down to myth 4. Men and women have fundamentally different personalities and orientations towards relationships.
I think I disagree with that because if you find the right person, y'all gonna be on the same page and like damn near everything. Still have your little differences, but majority of it, you're gonna be on the same page.
Yeah, I could see that. But
that's kind of deep.
Excuse me, but still, at the end of the day, I'm a firm believer that no matter how long you're with a person, you're still learning stuff within yourself as you're unified to this other, your significant other.
Mm-hmm.
You can wake up one day, or they can wake up one day and tell their friends, I know everything there is to know about her. And the same day you said that, 2 hours later, she could tell you something that happened within her day, and the way she handled it would shock you because you would think to yourself, damn, I should go smarter than that to do something so stupid, or vice versa. Men who are already labeled as the less intelligent because we do more stupid stuff. And I don't think it's more so dumb. We tend to have more fun with things that a woman would look at and say, I don't want to do that. No, we just want, our curiosity is what makes our actions fun or funny. So to me, he could shock her by making a critical decision about his life that she might think to herself, oh, well, I guess he doesn't really need me for everything, as though I thought, because he made such a good call on something that involved him or us as a family, and I wasn't even there to try to coach him through. So to me,
that's sexy.
I mean, shit, I would hope so. If y'all are a team, y'all better come up with something together. Us both gotta be fucked. So, yeah, you will have your different personas because even under the ideals of marriage, that you're just a union. Yes, unit. You're still an individual when you go out and do your damn job.
That's true. I didn't think about it in that sense. Because
if your husband is a doctor and you're you work at a nail shop. He can't help your ass down at the nail shop and you can't help him in surgery. So that right there is your individuality having to kick in to tackle your own job and task. So you're together, but you're still highly different people.
Okay, I agree with that.
Number 5, men and women have fundamentally different ways of handling conflict. Oh yeah, that's very true. That is very true. A man might look at something and it took me years to understand why women would always talk about how men are simple-minded because, growing up as a kid, you hear a grown-up say a slew of things about the other sex.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, men are more
Stupid.
so simple-minded. Y'all like to just confuse the fuck out of shit when they don't need to be. Men are simple-minded, and I say this because we're trying to get to the root of it fast as possible so we have less shit to deal with. Because we know one defining factor. There's always more bullshit around the corner that we haven't tackled yet. So the sooner we can get past this current shit, we can gear up for the unexpected later. So yes, we will look for fast solutions to be done with it. From my experience, from some women take the long fucking way around the damn thing.
That is true.
Come back to say, oh, I guess I could have done it that way. And a man is scratching his head. Now, if you're sensitive to her feelings, you will stand there and think to yourself, or you will say to her, it doesn't matter, it's taken care of, we could put it behind us. But on the inside, you're thinking, what the fuck was I saying before? Shit. But you have to conceal it because if you say your true emotions, you're actually amplifying more bullshit, and men do not start fires. We try to avoid it.
That's okay.
Okay, a man who has common sense will not start a fire.
Yeah, y'all take shit to the grave. So
damn right, we will start that bitch in heaven. That's when we say, oh, okay, this is all the stuff I really want to tell you. We will like that shit in the golden gates. But as we're here, nah, we gotta let some stuff go. So on that one, you guys understand, I feel like I extended my time.
I think it depends on the woman or man, I guess.
Really? How?
Because you got some men that can handle conflict like how I guess a woman should, all the fighting and the rah-rah and shit.
Yeah, because clearly he's still a child.
I mean, yeah, that too, or he could just really have bad anger.
That's what kids say.
Oh my God.
Look here, kids say these two fucking things. And ladies, if you're even watching this is how you know you have a childlike boyfriend or an interest.
Or what does they call it?
Mama's boy.
Yeah.
But they called me one, and trust me, I diffused that shit.
He was a good mama's boy.
I diffused that shit a long time ago by controlling your emotions. See, a true mature people, men and women, can control their emotions to avoid unnecessary bullshit that they know ahead of time is out of their control. So, if a guy tells you, I got bad nerves, bullshit number one, he just can't control his emotions and he never cared to try. Or I have a bad temper. No, you don't have a bad temper. It goes back to the first thing I said, you just can't control your damn emotions. Once you control that shit, oh my God, people can say the worst thing about your mother, father, sister, brother, hell, even your wife. Guess what? Your boss don't give a damn. You fight on that job, you got to go home and tell this woman, I lost my job and explain to her why. And most of them will not want to hear I was defending your honor. Motherfucker, I wasn't there to hear this shit.
By defending my honor, you should have stayed at fucking work and not get fired.
Right.
But okay.
So to me, men handle things a little bit better than women because we're just trying to quickly get this thing solved and done with.
I feel like some women do that too. But then you got some women that do prolong it on, because I did that before. But I'm that woman now. I'm just like, let's find the problem and let's fix this shit now. I don't want to have to waste my energy on this, doing whatever we're doing. But I think it's a growth process too. It just, like you said, depends on the person.
There's a lot of motherfuckers that don't grow up.
So that's like a 50-50 with me.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, men and women, they do have fundamentally different ways to solve it for most. But
there's so many factors that could come into that. Like how you grew up could be a way of how you either handle conflict too or how you don't handle it. If you're in that young stage of dating.
All about maturity to me. All right, and the last one, number 6. Physical abuse in a relationship is almost always committed by men. All right. Given the many statistics I've read over the years and some stuff I've seen, yeah, that's not a myth. That's
true.
Unfortunately, extremely true. And although I do agree with this, I will also point out that although that more men initiate it, we shouldn't also ignore the fact that, and it's a small portion, but I'm gonna still bring it up. There are some women out there who, for whatever reason, whenever they're younger, I don't know if they saw it because their mom was doing it to the dad and he always walked away and never did nothing. I remember a few of my female friends growing up, they would talk to me about their home life, and they would say how they fought, how their mom would hit their dad, even though I guess to them it was playful or it was done an argument, and the dad never hit back. It's possible that there are some women out there that would do that, and it kind of creates a guy to retaliate. Because think of it as this. When you're in school and they tell you, hey, don't put your hands on another kid. You're a girl, you're a boy, boys should never hit girls. I heard more of that than I've ever heard them ever say a girl should never hit a boy either.
You know how strong a man is?
Yeah, but I'm just saying it starts when you're young. Because when I was small, I lived from New York to Louisiana to Atlanta. I always heard a boy should never hit a girl. I always want to ask a teacher, an administrator, somebody to say, hold on, why do they get to hit us, but we can't hit them back? But then if you're home, you have your mother who will tell you, if somebody hits you, hit them back. So in my mind, it kind of...
You said everybody is fair game.
Right, because when you're home and you're being taught to prepare for the outside world, when you have no siblings around, you have no parents to help you control this situation, or no sensible adult around, you get 2 bits of info. At home is if a person hits you, you hit them back. An eye for an eye. You go to school, most of the boys are told, you can't hit a girl. But then we all are in a huddle trying to figure out, wait, hold the hell up. If she hit me first, I'm just supposed to go tell somebody. But if she keep hitting me, I can never hit her back.
I just think it's the right thing to do. It's like chivalry.
Yeah, but then that's a problem because it transcends to an adult stage to where if she hits him and he never hits her back, people don't talk about the possible, the mind, they say is a powerful thing to waste. Cool. But it's also a dangerous thing to not mold properly. Because you're telling little girls, and I've seen this in a whole bunch of Lifetime shows. Of course, I grew up because my mom and sisters always had control of the TV and all that shit. And some of the movies, I ain't gonna lie, it was good. So you're showing young boys and even grown men that look. Society says, even when you're a kid, if a girl hits you, never touch them back. But no one corrects that, so you grow up to be an adult. That could be 2 things for a man. You could grow into a man that says, you know what, if she hits me, I'll just learn some defense stuff to kind of hold her down until she gets a calm. Cool. But that means you have to get close to them. So depending if they want to bring up a knife or already have a gun, your chances are slim as fuck. Or you grow up to be the guy that says, fuck that, I've been slept around enough when I was young. They touch me, I'm going to put them on the ground. Some men I've talked to go with the other ladder. You hit me, I'm going to hit you back. Fair is fair. I understand that, but I also still think it's wrong. But to me, it's a tricky thing because everything starts when we're young. So although I agree with the myth, I'm not going to keep putting everything on men because it's very difficult. I don't know how everybody grew up and what they saw, what they were exposed to. And then I don't know what the little girl probably heard all her life to make her feel she's entitled to hit a man and just feel as though it's free range and no consequences. That's kind of hypocritical. This last one's kind of tough. I'm going to let her finish it.
This myth is...
It's right, but then it's wrong in its own way.
And it's touchy. This myth reminds me of just going back to control. if it gets to the point where you have to put your hands on someone that you say that you're in love with and trying to build with, then you're really not in love. I feel like love shouldn't hurt like that. It should only hurt in the bedroom, but that's it.
Well, you gotta be more direct than that, because you just said bedroom. Most of the time in the bedroom, people get choked out anyway. So I never seen they get choked.
Throat baby, things like that. Okay, WAP. All right.
People getting choked going down the steps. That's kind of difficult. But yeah, this is just the sixth myth is, yes, men do initiate it more, but to me, you gotta go back to the childhood to figure out where this thing happened. But if you have watched as much TVs and movies as I have, you shouldn't have to go back that far. Just look at the shit that they portray all the time. The lady slaps the man, he walks out the door and says, "Baby, I'll be back." What the fuck? Nah, I leave after a slap. I'm coming back, packing my shit. I gotta go, because that's one slap too many for me. And no, in the movies, if you ever seen it, especially in the black and whites, it's never those slaps where it's a pat. It's
like a mama, what you say? Boom slap.
Right, the shit echoes. So
I fucked up.
Pretty much. But that's it for right now. Just this new little segment I wanted to try. If you like it, you know what they say, thumbs up, ring a bell, and all that other stuff.
Is that how they be doing it?
I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, the 6 myths of men and women and relationship. Hope you have a good day.